Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Tirra-Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend, and I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. And I'm here today just to share a little bit about something I'm very passionate about right now. It's actually being inspired by astrology as well as my own experience. I actually created this little video to um, help me stay more succinct in the things that I say because I have a lot to say. So I don't all the time need to just give all the details and say all the things. So I hope y'all like my little video that is showing if you're watching this and if you're on the podcast. I hope that this sounds amazing to your ears. So, um, I am really on this journey about something that I've been involved in for a long time or had been involved in for a long time. And I just feel like I'm making some connections with why I went down that path and how they connect to today. And so this video or audio may sound almost like it doesn't match my what I talk about typically, but it absolutely does. So the long and short of it is we are in a time where I think a lot of people can be scammed, and it's not because people want to be scammed, but there's a lot about the world right now, especially that lends itself to scammery. I don't know fully if it's that we live in a capitalistic society, if it's that we have strayed a little bit from what is tried and what is true in mass. And therefore, it's easy for people to be taken advantage of. But at the end of the day, scammery, scams, rampant, and it almost seems like no matter what, anybody can fall for it. And so I feel bad that and it's a part of the astrology too. We've had a lot of energy happening in Pisces. This is May 2025. We even have some energy there right now. And Pisces is definitely one of those signs that where you could find yourself caught up in a scam. It's just what it is. And it doesn't matter if you're a Pisces or not. Pisces energy leads to scammery or scamming. Also with the energy that's in Aries right now, Neptune, Saturn just went there. This could be the energy of people who are very dynamic and have a lot of charisma rising up and being able to convince people. I see Aries as one of the signs of self improvement. And so there's a lot of us out there that could be feeling like, yeah, I want to improve myself. I want to take myself in another direction. And and then what ends up happening is we fall for the okey doke. So what really inspired me is, and I keep forgetting to look up this book. Let me pull it up on my phone. But I have been a part of a lot of MLMs, never fully at cult level or anything like that. It was like I failed early and just gave up and just was like, yeah, I'm just going to buy for myself. The name of the book is Little Bosses Everywhere by Bridget Reed, Read. I uh, actually listened to it on Libro.fm. And so that book has helped me to start doing a little bit of healing and understanding around how I got caught up with these types of companies. Number one, I always wanted my own business. And I just have always been into the self-help type of work. A little bit of it is in my astrology. I have some energy in Aries. So self-help is something that has been big. And I think a lot of this is because of the trauma that I experienced as a girl before I got myself more healed up. I was looking to fill this void. And then there's also this pipe dream that people will try to sell us. And as I was listening to this book, I got so disgusted thinking about how many people really and truly want to have their own business. They're sold this lie that you can have your own business through these MLMs, when in all actuality, it's a pyramid scheme. The people at the bottom help the people at the top make the most money. Most people in this business model will feel like they have failed, but it's not that you failed. We didn't fail. It's just a terrible um business model. It's exploitative. And by the time I finished listening to the book, I thought to myself, I need to start teaching people how to have a real business. It's something I've not wanted. Well, I do want to do it, but I don't want to do it in lieu of being a spiritual guide and, doing this work where I'm helping people set up their spiritual practices, because that's what I feel the most called to do. But by the same token, um, I do know how to have a business, and I know I can teach people how to do that. And so, number one, and that's one of the things I'm committing myself to is, first of all, looking for the signs to see, do I need to really help people have their own businesses? And if so, then, and largely for me, I'm looking for people who want to have a spiritual business, who want to use the online, platform as a way to make money. And I'm sure there's other things I could do to help people, like artists. I think I can help artists because I can help you with the online marketing, that kind of thing. But and also understanding the business mindset. So I really and truly am committed to doing that, even though I am largely looking for the signs. But I do want to tell you, it doesn't matter if you want to have a business or not, or if you're looking for spiritual guidance and a group to be a part of. I'm learning how much that's important to people. You need to look at the history of the group that you're a part of, and you don't need to just look at the history that they give you. You want to make sure that you're looking at the history that, um do your due diligence. Listen to people who've left and why did they leave, what are their grievances. By all means, I'm begging you and I'm pleading you. I don't care if you're a part of one or not now. Leave MLM alone. If you like the product, just buy the product and tell them to leave you alone about the opportunity, because that is not a real business. And I remember hearing people say it, but I didn't quite understand it. The next thing that they would say that started kind of making me think, okay, well, this is probably right, is they would say, you don't actually own the product. You didn't create the product. You don't have a say so in how you get compensated. To me, if you have a business, then when you decide you want to create cash, you put your wares out. You let people know your services out. You can just go sell it whenever you want to. If you want to get rid of a certain product, you don't want to use it, that's fine. If these companies were more about affiliates, just, sell the product and you'll make a little bit of money off of it, I would have zero problems about that. But these MLMs go even deeper than just being a bad business model. And I encourage you to look at that. These cults, I think, are going to rise. So if you find yourself being a part of a group where you got to conform, or another thing I would say is you can't think for yourself, you can't question the teacher. I really want you to be telling yourself you refuse to be a part of a group like that. If you find that you have become a part of something like that, I want you to find a way out of it. That's what this time is largely about. So be sure that you check, triple check, quadruple check, do readings on top of readings, ask people to give you their input. And if you know somebody who you trust, like I trust my husband, and he told me the one that I had really bought into, he was like, it's a pyramid scheme. You need to leave it alone. And I thought he was just being negative until I got that class action lawsuit payment of $1,000 because it was a pyramid scheme. Check with people who you trust, and understand that we all feel like there's sometimes a lack within us, and that's how we end up being a part of these kinds of things. But you're going to do your best to do things that are tried and true and allow you to have sovereignty and agency and to not sell something that somebody else created. That's the thing about having a business, selling that which you created, where you have the final say so. There is no compensation plan other than the one you create. And I am committed to helping those of you who are like me or or an artist do that kind of work. Love you all so much. Noticing my video is getting closer and closer to the end, so I'm gonna go on ahead and end so that I can keep this nice and succinct. This is Tirra-Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. I appreciate you. I care about you. I'm cheering for you. May you be the empowered goddess that you were put here on earth to be. Stand in your sovereignty. Peace and love.